Welcome to the first episode of Trending. Yeah, it's a fancy name, isn't it? Trending. Anyways, I thought, I spent a lot of time on threads. I might as well do something productive with that time. So I decided that we're going to sit here every day for a little bit, maybe an hour, maybe 5 minutes. It just really depends. And we're going to go through all the things that are trending on threads. Why not Twitter? Because it's a cesspool, and I refuse to use that app. Why not Blue Sky? Boring as fucking shit. I've had a Blue Sky for, I don't know, 2 years. I don't use it. It's of all the social media apps. Why has this not taken off? What is the deal with Blue Sky? You tell me. And then what? Reddit? There's really no trending page on Reddit except for the front page, and I don't know. I love Reddit, but it's not really conducive to finding out what's trending. I don't think. I don't know. I just like threads. Okay, you obviously like threads. That's how you found this. That's how you found me. That's how I found you. Should we kiss? No, we shouldn't kiss. We should not kiss. But anyways, so basically, what this program, this show, this whatever you want to call it, it's not a podcast. It's a vidcast without my face because you don't want to see my face. You don't need to see my face. Who needs to see my face? Nobody. We're gonna go through the trends, and the first one that pops out of my mouth, the first one that pops out at me is this Tilly Norwood raises debate on AI generated talent. It's the number one trend, I guess. I don't know if these are in order. This is just what people are saying, summarized by AI. Oh shit! Well, we're doing an AI story based on something that was summarized by AI. So I don't know. This is weird. Should we be doing this? This seems like a bad idea now. But I did want to talk about this though. This Tilly Norwood controversy, I guess. I don't know. So Tilly Norwood, I guess, is an AI created character. It's not a person. It's a creation, and I guess they've been shopping her around to studios. I don't know if there's a movie in place or what. I don't know. We could click on the link. Do you want me to click on the link? I don't know. I'm not going to because it's not that important. And what I want to talk about is not even really about Tilly Norwood, but what I said was going to happen many years ago when video games became so, well, in particular, Madden became such a huge uh, cultural phenomenon. Um, I said one day that the NFL would get rid of all the human players, and we would watch video games on our TVs as the football, Um, and I still stand by that. I think that there will be a day when the NFL tires of losing their top tier talents to injuries for a year at a time, 2 years at a time. And when the NFL owners get tired of paying $500 million a year or for 6 years of a player's career, it's just going to come down to money. And because it always comes down to money, right? Nothing ever changes for the good based on anything other than money. And in half the time, the change isn't good. And this isn't going to be a good change. Instead of, Jared Goff, we're going to get quarterback 3, you know. Uh, but I just see it happening. I see it happening with baseball, any sport. Any sport that's dictated by human athletes who could get injured and make millions upon millions of dollars, eventually it's going to go away. eventually you're just going to watch a simulated game, and that will kill the gambling world as well, which I guess to some that's a good thing. Um, so I guess that's positive change. I don't know, but what do you guys think? There is definitely some positives in regards to AI generated stuff. What that is, I don't know. No, I think I use AI. I do not for anything other than as a super booster to search engines. I feel AI is really good at generating better information, content, not content, but what am I looking for here? Like the other day, I was looking for coupons because I'm broke. I'm a broke bitch, and anytime I can save $1 here or there, I'm going to. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if the usage of AI to find these discounts pisses you off, but this is just where I am at as a human being. Um, so I use ChatGPT to find deals, to find coupons, just to save $1 or $2. I don't create images with it because I think that's like the big creating images and sound files and stuff like that. I think that's like the really bad shit. And people who pretend that they're content creators and writers and using that as a way to create, it's dumb because if you're using AI to create content and try to pass it off as your own creation, people know that it's not your creation. You know, um, your words have a flavor to them. As I like to say, I've just started saying it. That was the first time I ever said it. But when someone sits down and reads your writing, there's a flow, there's a cadence, there's a flavor to it. And when I know of people on threads, poets. I use the term loosely on that, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be negative, but there are some people who, maybe you just find a different hobby. Um, you can tell when they've put a quarter into the Chat GBT machine and had them drum up a poem. You just can tell, and it's not the grammar, and you just can tell. I don't know. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I said this many, many, many years ago that eventually Madden's going to become the NFL. We're going to lose all our real people, athletes, the real, you know. But what do you think? Let's see what else is on. Jane Goodall passed away today at 91. Now, I don't know if this is one of those things I imagined, but I thought she was like a regular on the Johnny Carson show. Now I'm showing my age here. I was a big fan of Johnny Carson. And I swear that she was on all the time. But when I did a search today after hearing that she passed away, I could only find like a couple episodes that she was on. So who was the other animal lady that was on the show? Do you know? Do you remember? Someone help me out here. Because for the life of me, I can't remember. Another thing that's caught my attention is this Bill Burr faces criticism for the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Now, if you're not familiar with this, look at also notice post not available. That's because I block pretty much every fucking thing that has to do with Donald Trump or anything else. So if you see post unavailable, not available, that's because I blocked Donald Trump's name. That's just the truth of it. But Bill Burr performed at this comedy festival. Everyone's pissed off, and rightly so, because this guy, kind of a hypocrite. Here's the list of the people that performed, and I'm gonna run them down, and I'm gonna grade each comic. That'll be a fun thing to do. Mo Amer, never heard of him. F. Aziz Ansari, I think he's the dude from Community. I probably pronounced his name incorrectly. Never found him funny. Wayne Brady, kind of surprised by this. Kind of surprised by Wayne Brady. Um, I like Wayne Brady, but that's a disappointing thing. Hannibal Buress, Bill Burr. I honestly never been a huge Bill Burr fan. Kind of think he's an asshole. I think he's just kind of a douchebag and an unfunny one at that. We can all pretend we're angry about everything, but whatever. Jimmy Carr, not familiar with Jimmy Carr at all. I know the name, but I don't know if I've ever seen any of his work. Dave Chappelle, not surprised. Louis C.K., not surprised. Whitney Cummings, could care less. Of all the comedians in the world, one of the least funniest comedians out there. Pete Davidson, you know, his dad was a firefighter, died on 9/11. I mean, enjoy spending that money, my guy. But, I don't know. I don't want to see you crying about your dad in 911 anymore. That's for sure. Chris DiStefano, not sure. Gabriel Iglesias, never thought he was funny. Omid Dajali, I don't know if I pronounced that one right. Never heard of this person. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Zarna Garg, hell of a name. Never heard of it. Ben Hart, maybe related to Kevin Hart. I don't know. Kevin Hart's never been funny. Jim Jeffries, I thought he was funny. I don't know. Jimoyne, I don't know. Never heard. Maz Jabroni, that's a name. Jessica Curson, yeah. I think she's like one of those internet comedians, right? Like she's funny. She's supposed to be funny online. I don't know. I've never found her funny. Joy Coy, nope, never heard of it. Heard of him or her. Bobby Lee, this one kind of breaks my heart. I enjoy Bobby Lee. I know a lot of people don't. He's had some controversy in the past, but Mad TV OG, hot dog. Oh, you gotta love him, but whatever. I mean, I guess if the money, I did unsubscribe to all his podcasts. It's not performative. I'm not going to put money into the hands of people who one already had enough money to begin with, and now they're just being greedy. And I don't know. Take the blood money, I guess. Have a good day. Uh, Sebastian Maniscalco. Scalco? I don't know. I've seen the name. Don't really know who it is. Sam Morrill. I thought he was a good dude, but that's disappointing. Same for Mark Normand. Russell Peters, don't know. Jeff Ross, never was funny. I don't care what anybody says. Sugar Sammy, that's a name. Never heard of him. Andrew Santino, Bobby Lee's buddy, best friend. Kind of hurts, kind of stings. I really like Andrew Santino, but I had to unsubscribe from his podcast too. And in the big thing of it, they don't care. More people will join because of this. More pieces of shit will sub to these guys because not because they think they're funny, not because they think they're talented, but hey, yeah, they took that blood money. That's my brand of comedy, I guess. Yeah. Andrew Schultz, who's a fucking dildo, uh, you know, not surprised by that. Tom Segura, hack. How many more are there? Chris Tucker, I'm kind of surprised by that. I guess maybe not. I think that's all. That's all of them. Jessica Curson, really? A Jewish lesbian taking Saudi Arabia's money? Well, I mean, yeah, that's what we're doing now. Why am I not surprised to see Jeff Ross on there? Where have you seen Jeff Ross lately? He had to take this one, right? This guy, of all of them, I understand because he's a hack and he needs the money. I get that one. Let's see. Whitney Cummings. I don't know how Whitney Cummings has a career. She's not funny. All right, there's so many. If you want to have a woman, if you want to push a woman comedian, uh, I can't remember her name. Last name's Tomlinson. She's funny. Uh, For the life of me, I can't think of her name right now. But if you're into comedy, you know who I'm talking about. Whitney Cummings. I don't know. I don't know who is going to her shows because she's not funny. She's less funny than Amy Schumer, and Amy Schumer is dog shit. Okay, so I don't know, but yeah, it's a disappointing list. There's some names on there that really surprise me, really make me sad. But I'll move on. I'm going to be able to move on from it. It's not life or death here. Whatever. They made their money, and now they've lost all credibility to the fans. I guess I don't know. Ted Cruz under fire for defending pedophiles. Yeah, I mean, stop bullying pedophiles, guys. I mean, what are we doing here? Leave the pedophiles alone. This guy's a fucking moron. How do these people get elected into office? How do these fucking people get elected into office? I will never understand it. I will never understand it. Uh, I should have went into politics because I'm a fucking idiot too. But not in that kind of way. I know that pedophiles should be bullied. They should be bullied right out of life. Yeah, I said that. I did. Sorry. Government shutdown occurs due to healthcare and spending disagreements. Is it? Is that why it's shut down? Really? Really? I don't think so. That's not why. And we all know why. And, you know, a lot of people want to see a national strike where we all. And I'm unemployed, so I can do that. It's not going to hurt me. I'm not going to lose my job over it. But I fear that some of you don't understand what that would entail, and some of you would lose your jobs. And let me tell you something, guys and gals, and the in-betweens. The job market sucks, and you lose your job, my friends. It's not easy. It's not easy out there. Uh, so really, really think about what you're going to do if this is something that's going to happen. Because I wouldn't begrudge anyone of not jumping into a national strike because, man, you'll lose your life. You'll lose your fucking life, man. I'm looking at you know my bank account right now, and Jesus Christ, they probably just shut it down. They might as well just shut the bank account down. So I don't know. Government shutdown occurs due to healthcare and spending disagreements. No, I don't think so. Caitlin Clark's character questioned by fans after playoff. She didn't even play in the games. She was hurt. Leave her the fuck alone. God damn. What did Caitlin Clark do? Caitlin? Did I say Caitlin? Caitlin Clark do to anyone? All this hate for Caitlin Clark constantly. It's ridiculous. You would think she shit in someone's Cheerios. Maybe she did. I don't know. But I don't think she did. And I don't understand the constant dislike for her. I don't. Mm. Mike Johnson accused of dishonesty and hypocrisy on healthcare stance. Well, yeah, I mean, he's a politician. That's, yeah. Greta Thunberg detained by Israeli forces in international waters. Okay, one, this is a very touchy subject, a very touchy topic. Two things I'm going to say this. I respect Greta Thunberg immensely for what she does. She's a very brave young lady, woman, whatever you want, brave woman. I don't want to demean her in any way. I'm not trying to. Um, she's very smart, very intelligent, very caring. Uh, but what did they what did they expect to happen? I mean, and yeah, it's horrible what's happened, being detained, trying to take aid over there. But what did anybody really expect to happen? Seriously, I hope that they return, that they're released, and they're okay, and the aid gets to the people that need it. But doubtful. And Not surprising. I don't know. It's a sad situation, and I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm not intelligent enough to understand all of the mechanisms within this story. But I'm just, why is everyone surprised that she's been detained? Saddened, you should be. Angry, you should be. Surprised, not really. And that looks like all that's trending right now. We don't really need to talk about Gavin Newsom uh, and his responses to Donald Trump's actions because he's been taking it to Donald for about 2 months now, 3 months, 4 months, however long. I don't time doesn't really exist anymore. I don't think we're just in one loop of Groundhog Day. Uh, Unfortunately, I don't get to kiss Andy McDowell as much as I would like to. Uh, but that was inappropriate. Inappropriate, Dennis. Inappropriate. But yeah, I mean, Newsom has been taking him to the ground quite a bit lately. So keep that up, Gavin. I don't know what it's doing for us, but it's funny. It's entertaining. October arrival brings enthusiasm, anticipation for festivities. What a generic thing to be trending. Christie under fire for secretly taking photos of a woman shopping. That's kind of weird. I haven't heard that story. Why? Why would you be doing that? Uh, I'm scared to even click on it, but let's see. Let's see what the story is, shall we? Did you know it's deeply disturbing and incredibly creepy to stalk someone you don't know through a store for the sole purpose of taking secret photos so you can so body shaming. Okay. Only in Florida. Um, what is the problem? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is here. Christy life coach. Who is Christy life coach anyways? I don't know. I guess some asshole on the internet. I don't even get the joke. How is it hilarious? The outfit is cute. I mean, it's not. I don't understand the problem either. Jesus, that makes me not want to go to Walmart. I'm assuming this is Walmart because I don't know. I just assume. But yeah, I guess I don't see the problem here, Christy. Christy, the life coach. Maybe you need a life coach, Christy. I don't know. Yeah, so that looks like I don't even want to touch this one. Pete Hegseth comments on military fitness standards. I will say this: I'm not sticking up for Pete. Don't take this as sticking up for Pete, but I do understand that our army should be in shape. But the hypocrisy of this all is our president should be in shape then, kind of, to, I don't know, be the role model. The president is the role model of our country. And if that comment is true, that's exactly why this country is the way it is, right? Uh, Maybe it's time just to cancel the government. Okay. We'll just cancel it. Wait 6 weeks, and then we'll revamp it. We'll create a different version of it because this way that we're living is broken. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe we just go back to a barter and trade universe. Let's just eliminate money altogether. Easy for me to say because I don't have any. uh, but so that's what's trending today at the 7 o'clock hour in the beautiful state of Michigan. I hope you guys are doing good. And what say you? Leave some comments. Leave some comments. Do you want me to continue doing this? I know this was a rough first go. I'm just trying to figure out something to do with my time instead of crying into the pillow all day, all night. Yeah, leave some comments, some constructive criticisms, or just glaze me with compliments and maybe phone numbers if you're a hot girl. I like hot girls. If hot girls are listening to this right now, but yeah, we'll talk to you again some other time.